Give a couple guys a chance to get in here. What's going on? What's going on? Cowboys dropped the season opener to the Carolina Panthers, 16-8. What just looked like a game where we were just out physical. The offense started getting moving a little bit late, but I mean, offensively, things just looked the same for the most part. I mean, I know that a lot of Cowboys fans are probably asking the same question. What the hell we cut Dez Bryant for? Because apparently we were supposed to bring in this route guru and all of these guys that can run a whole bunch of routes. We're supposed to have Tavon Austin. We got all the speed, Deontay Thompson. This is the most speed that we've had in a long time. And the offense just looked just as stale as it's always looked. So at the end of the day, we got guys like Bryce Butler. We have Dez Bryant telling us what's been going on, how predictable things are. And I mean, it showed. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm not complaining because one thing that I do know is that after week one, there's still life after the season. The last two times that we have made the playoffs and we have gone on to make, I guess, a run for what we've called a run because, a run for us has pretty much been home field bye or winning the wild card. But the last two times we've been to the playoffs, we've lost the season opener. We've lost it in horrible fashion. I don't believe that we lost this one in horrible fashion because I do believe that the Carolina Panthers are a good football team. That is a good football team. That's a playoff team. They're probably an NFC contender. So I will say that the defensive line is a strength, as I talked about in my scouting report. Luke Kuechly is exactly what I said he was. He got hurt a little bit late in the game, which we as Cowboy fans probably would have liked that a little bit earlier. But, I mean, Carolina is who we thought they were. And offensively, we just did not step up to the challenge. Defensively, in the second half, I do think that they made some adjustments. The defense looked pretty good, man. Holding Carolina to 16 points with all of that explosiveness over there is not something to hang your head on. I think the defense looked way better than they have looked. Offensively, though, Zeke started got going in the second half, but in the first half, man, I just think that they got to find a way to just give him the ball, like stick with the run, like 15 times, like 15 for 69. We got to find a way to get going on the ground. And it didn't help that a couple of plays that we had that were positive got brought back because of penalties. And see, in my opinion, this is where coaching comes into play because how often have we been penalized on big plays or at just horrible times with Jason Garrett being the head coach? And I know that it goes down to player execution and all of that type of stuff, but your teams follow the suit of your leader. And when I look at this team, it's pretty much the same type of team year in, year out. Doesn't matter who is on the team, what leader you want to say, or what player is the scapegoat or whatnot. It just looks like the same product every time. So, in my opinion, this loss goes on Jason Garrett in my book. Dak Prescott did not play as well as I would have liked him to. He sucked in the beginning. I'm going to keep it frank. He sucked until we were able to run a little bit more up-tempo. And maybe he's a little bit more comfortable running up-tempo stuff. As a coach, it's your job to be able to know your players. As we played the game a little bit slower, it looked like Dak looked like he was a damn JV quarterback out there. And part of it was Connor Williams was getting his ass beat up front. The offensive line, they started getting together a little bit later on in the game, but we were not winning the line of scrimmage. So we weren't winning the line of scrimmage. Guys couldn't get open on the outside. So I mean, that's what made it tough for Zeke a little bit later on. I mean, earlier on in that game. But at the same time, we know who our meal ticket is. It's not Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is not our meal ticket. We got to find a way to get the ball to number 21 and let him do what he does. And I think that he could make a couple guys miss 2-3. Just because you're getting 2 to 3 yards on a run here and there does not mean the run is not working. And I think that they started panicking a little bit, and guys, the offense started having more success when they started spreading it out and switching formations and getting Zeke in the, starting them out wide and then bringing them into the backfield and stuff like that, or going more empty. I think that they were able to keep Carolina for what they wanted to do, because with spreading it out, they had to bring in their nickel defense, which we all know that the front seven of Carolina was much better than our line was today. So I think that they made that adjustment in the second half, and that's why you saw we were able to move the ball a little bit better. But I mean, overall though, the offense, and maybe it's an urgency type of thing. Maybe there's just no sense of urgency from our leadership, and it's trickling down until it's too late. But I'm not going to panic though. I mean, for week one, things could have been a lot worse. We turned the ball over right there at the end, but we did not turn the ball over. Yes, we had timely penalties, but I mean, things could be a lot worse. And I just hope that they make the adjustments for next week, and we find a way to win the football game. So I'm gonna address some of the comments now. Let's see what we got. No wide receivers, no tight end. Juan, I'm not going to say we didn't have a tight end, because I think that Swain did pretty solid today. I think that sometimes Dak probably missed some of those reads. I seen Jarwin where he missed the throw in the game. He also missed him wide open in the end zone at one point too. So I think that sometimes Dak gets a little happy in the pocket. Not happy, but he's back there so much. Like, they'll have the protection perfect. He's back there for 7 seconds. And I'm almost wondering, like, what the hell? Somebody has to be open if you're back in the pocket for 7 seconds. So what the hell is it that you're looking at? And if you're back there for so long, why not just check the ball down to your running back so that we at least get something positive instead of having 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10? Like, get something. You know what I mean? See what else we got. Jose Jaquez says, our offense looks like shit, which sucks. I was looking forward to do at least better. Yeah, me too, Jose. But for some reason, in week one, we always struggle offensively. So I can't say that I'm surprised. Let's see. Same old play calling, BS coaching. I agree. And that's what Bryce Butler said. And that's what Dad said. And you were able to see Carolina. They knew what we were going to do. And their corners and their linebackers switched off on our routes seamlessly. Like, they knew exactly what we were going to do. And this is week one. Apparently, we got all the speed and we're supposed to be more innovative and all of that type of stuff. And I just seen Carolina able to just switch like it was nothing. We have no creativity on offense. I agree, Juan. Asian Baptist, I said this before and I'll say it again. The problem is Dak, not Des. Thanks, Jerry. I kind of agree. I definitely kind of agree with that. But I actually more so I would change that with Dak. And I would add a slash to that with Linehan / Garrett. Because this is, I mean, it looks damn near the same no matter who's in. T.O., Miles Austin, I don't know who else. Things look the same. They didn't use Tavon Austin deep not one time. Vern. Yeah, I don't even know what the hell they were talking about. All this Tavon Austin, that Tavon Austin, this, and they didn't even use them. So, I mean, I don't know. Dallas plays only designed to run 8-yard routes. Yep. I can't even argue with that. I don't know what the hell it is we're doing. We draft a receiver, Gallup. But I want to talk about something. And it was a 4th and 10. And this was actually, Dak was under duress. And personally, I thought it was a pretty solid throw. It was 4th and 10. Julius Peppers was on his neck. And he throws the ball to number 15, Deontay Thompson, and the ball goes through his freaking hands. Now, you mean to tell me he gave all his hell to Dez Bryant, and you bring in some guys like that? That doesn't even happen to my high school kids, guy. That doesn't even happen to my high school kids. The ball went straight through his hands. Like, he didn't even get his hands up. Like, that was one of Dak's probably better throws under duress during the day. And, like, we can say Dak can't throw, Dak's fault, all this, but come on, man. Like, who decided to go out and get these makeshift receivers? You know, it seemed like everything that all of the changes and stuff that we made in the offseason went against us. You got receivers that can't get open. You got the field goal kicker when we decide to cut Dan Bailey, misses his kick, which changes that game completely. What else is there? Defensively, I thought that Sean Lee looked a little rusty in there because they decided not to allow him to play any darn preseason. I think that he'll get better, but I do think that he looked a little rusty out there. What else is there? You guys help me. What else did we do in the offseason that didn't seem to work? I thought, but the secondary did look good, though. I will say that the secondary looked really solid today. Even Jeff Heath. Yes, I've given Jeff Heath hell. He looked solid today. I thought our defense did good enough to win. I'm just going to say that. Keep saying that. And I also said to you guys that I believe that the defense will carry this team this year. So we just got to find a way to run the football because that's our bread. That's our bread. It's not throwing the football like we did. See what else we got here. Michael Thompson said it's one game to me. I give them time and see. I agree, Michael. It's game one. I just gotta call a spade and say that things look the same offensively, though. They said that we were gonna get all these changes, and I'm not sure what it was. But I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at the post game. Cam Newton had 161 yards passing. So for everybody that says Dak can't pass and you can't win games that way, well, Carolina won the game today how we could have won the game. He won the game. He killed us with his legs. Christian McCaffrey. Defensively, it's kind of hard. Cam, you know what, Vern? I'm not going to say Cam was horrible. I think our defense was good. And I think that Carolina's defense was good. I do think that there were some plays we left on the field, but I don't see a lot of plays that Carolina left on the field. That's why I believe it was more so our defense rather than Cam being bad. Let's see what else we got. Cowboy, F. Glover. The Cowboys should have done whatever it took to get Earl Thomas. We need to go get a receiver immediately in our play. Colin was trash. Someone needs to be fired. I don't know where Earl Thomas would have helped us today. Because, again, I thought the defense played solid. We didn't get any turnover. We got one turnover, yes. But it wasn't on them today. I don't know if Earl Thomas can be a receiver and get open, then, you know, more power to him. Maybe we should have traded for him. Or if Earl Thomas can find a way to block or stand in the pocket and make throws, cool. But I thought that it was strictly on the offense today. Personally, I thought the offense was probably the only side of the ball that we did not win today. I think their offense was better than ours. That's why they won the game. That's what it came down to, in my opinion. Their offense was a little better than ours, and they found a way to win the game. That's how they won the game. Offense didn't wake up until late in the fourth quarter. Yeah, Karen, and I believe that had a lot to do with the up-tempo. They were able to spread out guys. Carolina was in the nickel. We were able to run the ball a little bit better because they didn't have such beef in the middle and in their front seven. You know what, Sam, man? Special teams was trash, but Carolina's was worse than ours. So that's one thing I will say. Let's see. Damn, Carolina Panthers won. Now I'm sitting here watching Rivera in the locker room. But that's another thing. You look at You look at the coaches, right? There's only 1 week, 2 weeks out of the year that we have a coaching advantage. And that's when we're coaching against the Redskins, who looked pretty good today against the Arizona Cardinals team, by the way. But you got Rivera. Like, their coaching is superior to ours. So I'm not sure what we're expecting out of this. Like, we don't have a coaching advantage except for 2 weeks out of 16 games. Like, let's just keep it real. The guys have to perform at a high level in order for us to win. We're not going to have somebody that's going to go out there and adjust. It just is what it is. I hate it, but, until they fire him and bring somebody in, I don't know what else to say with these close type of games. F Glover, Cowboys need to use RPO, run pass option. You think we should sign Dez back again? I agree, F Glover. We do need to use more RPO. You got a quarterback with the legs that we got who is pretty limited in his reading, because I'm just going to call it what it is. He's limited with reading defenses, and that's not going to change. This is year 3. This is the type of guy that this is what he's going to be. So he's limited in his reading. With a guy like that, the RPO is probably a good solution. Should we sign Dez back again? I think Dez burned his bridges, and I think they burned the bridges with Dez as well. So I don't think that's going to happen. But having a guy that could possibly win some of the 50-50s out there, it's not a bad idea, but I just think that they burned the bridges on both sides, and that's just not going to happen. Jay Reed, their offense was more prepared than ours. These are Super Bowl contenders. We came in the game thinking we got this, but no, this is our one preseason game for a lot of the starters, and we have a lot of – yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%, Jay Reed. And number 2 receivers, so it won't work. Yeah, we have a lot of slot guys. So I didn't know what you were saying at first, but yeah, we got a lot of slot guys pretty much out there. Cole Beasley was able to do a little bit of work, but nobody else was able to kind of help really in that passing game. NJ Cowboys fans say we run like 3 plays the whole game. That's what it looks like. And I'm going to tell you guys another big play, which I actually blame Zeke on this. There was a pass play where I think Dak checked the ball down to Zeke. And he had one defender to make miss on the outside. And it looks like Zeke probably walks into the end zone. And Zeke trips up on the guy, and it was 3rd down. But got plays like that, Zeke got to make that guy miss, period. I talked about on the video before where I thought Zeke was probably top 2 back in the league. And a play like that, he did not look like a top 2 back in the league. You got to make a DB miss. He got tripped up by a DB, and he probably walks into the end zone. See, Vern said that's because Zeke wasn't in football shape. And you're probably right. But, I mean, we didn't give him very many touches, so I don't know where he would have been so tired. Zeke will not shake and bake nobody. I'm not saying he got to shake and bake him, Anthony, but he's got to break that tackle. You got to run. That's a DB. That wasn't a linebacker. That was a DB. He's got to run. He's got to run through that tackle. He's got to make that play. Let's see. What else we got, guys? Still, Zeke should have played in the preseason. That's on Dallas. Yeah, I agree. Even if you give him one possession to get him out of the game, he's got to play. Zeke's face looked fat. I didn't get a chance to really see his face. His face looks fat with that hair, period, anyway. So Zeke has a fat face. Zeke has a fat ass head. So, I mean, his face is always going to look fat. Offense look one-dimensional, yes. But, I mean, I don't think they gave Zeke a chance to really get going, and that part of that is the preseason. I don't think he was out of shape as much as it is him out of rhythm, if that makes any sense. Let's see. I just hope Garrett and Linehan are gone after this year. Well, that would take us to tank, man. I just think that would take us to tank. If we go 8-8, they're going to keep him. I don't want to tank, to be honest. But another way you can think of it is if we go 0-3 and then, they get fired or whatever, maybe they put your man Chris Richard as the head coach and we can hopefully make a run. I don't know. But that's not what I'm hoping for in this week 1, so I'm not going to panic. The thing is that we have to come out and win next week because when you go 0-2, your chances of making the playoffs are slim to none. Let's see, do we have a chance with the Giants? Yes, we do. The Giants look bad today too, in my opinion. I thought Eli looked worse than Dak today. Eli missed Odell Beckham all damn day today. All day. Odell Beckham had over 100 yards, and he should have had over 200 yards. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I'm probably going to cut it off at 8 o'clock Eastern time, guys, so I got 3 minutes. Let's see what else. If Garrett goes, then Dak goes. Not so sure I'm with that. I think you got to give Dak a chance if Garrett goes. You got to give him a chance with somebody else that can possibly get the most out of him. Yeah, Eli, of course he throws the ball better than Dak, but he also throws the ball to the other team. He throws the ball to the team better than Dak does too. Yo, what up, E2? Yeah, man, you're right, man. If I was feeling a little bit better today, because I am a little under the weather, we had some games in the rain all week, so my voice is kind of scratchy. But you're absolutely right, man. If we get on maybe we can get on Skype tonight or something to talk about the game. What else we got? Yeah, Anthony. I did not see much of LVE today either. I'm not sure who made that point because it went up. It went up like pretty fast, but yeah, LVE. I mean, we needed to use that pick on somebody that was going to play today. What else we got? But yeah, I'm getting ready to